Callie, the leader of NIGHTHAVEN, brought up by royalty that went on to build her very own private military organization that may be directly competing against Team Rainbow now. Today I'm telling you the entire storyline between Callie and NIGHTHAVEN and the possible future of Rainbow Six Siege because of her. Team Rainbow is divided and very nearly crumbling apart, and it's all because of Callie. Everyone, welcome to this massive Callie Operator lore video. I hope you all enjoy. Okay, so I already know I'm going to absolutely massacre the pronunciation of Callie's name, and I already am prepared for the roast in the comments. But her real name is actually Gemini Kalamoan Shah, and she was born in the city of Amreli in India on August 21st. Do we have anyone here watching the video that shares a birthday with Callie on August 21st? Guys, real quick, it took me like 2 days to edit this entire video together, so it would mean a lot if you left a like and maybe shared with your friends to show them the awesome lore of Rainbow Six Siege that they might not know about. Well, Callie's lore starts off with a glimpse into what her childhood looked like, and well, her childhood looked like so much fun. Unlike most operators on Team Rainbow that struggled during their youth or maybe didn't have the best living conditions, I'm looking at you, Oryx and Vigil, Callie had it all. And when I mean she got everything she wanted, she really did. She was born into a family of extremely wealthy parents, and no matter what goal she decided to set for herself, they made sure it happened. We don't get any real information on her parents, like what they did that granted them so much wealth, or if Callie has any other brothers or sisters, but we do find out that Callie had a passion for martial arts at a very early age. She was very physically fit and dedicated to training her body with hopes of enlisting into India's military when she completed school. So yes, she had a super rich family and got everything she wanted, and may or may not have been a brat. But at least she wasn't one of those like little rich kids that just mooched off their parents and had no motivation to live a fulfilling life. Like, Callie actively went out and trained her body along with martial arts in hopes to enlist in the Indian military. That's pretty cool. She completed basic training, and I'm sure it was pretty easy for her considering she's been training for it her entire life. But unfortunately, for probably one of the first times in Callie's entire life, there is something she can't do, and it's completely out of her control. Because Callie is female, she is simply just not allowed to operate in any combat roles in the military, and I don't think she knew that until she was already in. They told her it was 100% not allowed, and for the first time, she was told no. Her assurance hit a brick wall despite all the money and all the social influence along with her last name her family built up. This is the first time she hit an obstacle that would not allow her to complete a challenge she wanted to, and the military would not budge on their rules at all. But unlike most rich kids who I'm sure would have cried to mom or dad to fix this, Callie did something completely unexpected and honestly badass. So since the military wasn't going to let her into any combat roles because of her gender, she left the military in search of something greater and more impactful. She put the immense funds her family has to use and created her very own private security company to operate within India's borders. But she didn't stop there. She very soon after upgraded the company to an exclusive and state-of-the-art private military company, and you guessed it, the company was renamed into NIGHTHAVEN. And man, do they have some cool toys. Stay tuned for that. So Callie took the funds that her parents provided and really made something of herself. She frequently negotiates literal multi-million-dollar contracts with NIGHTHAVEN with incredibly favorable terms. Whether it's security or executing an operation, NIGHTHAVEN can handle it underneath Callie's belt. Her ruthlessness is legendary, and she always gets her way. The Indian government frequently uses NIGHTHAVEN to commence their operations. So it's kind of funny story how they wouldn't let Callie be in any combat roles in the military, but then later on uses NIGHTHAVEN all the time for combat. Now time for some cool stories about NIGHTHAVEN, the exclusive private military company that Callie created and the operation that put them on the map, and eventually the partnership into Team Rainbow because of it.
You're making a mistake.
Am I?
Taking in operators that work for a private military company? Absolutely.
I took you in.
I wasn't the enemy.
Neither are they. Just before dawn, the supertanker Argus was attacked.
Pirates.
Yes, and if they can't have the ship, they'll destroy it, and everyone on board.
So they called for NIGHTHAVEN?
No, they called for help.
You'll rescue this ship, or you'll be walking home.
Swimming!
You'll be swimming home, so don't fuck it up.
Callie, they're actually shooting at us.
Are they now? to get wet.
They seem very committed. And they've got another firecracker.
Not for long.
So that's it? They save a ship and we let them in?
Yes, they save a ship. I think we let them in.
Well, there goes the neighborhood.
Ash told him how much she didn't want them to join and the reasons because of it. She even told him that he was making a big mistake, and oh, how true that would be later and on. You were completely right, Ash. Well, to be honest, Harry never told Ash the main reason why he invited NIGHTHAVEN. And the main reason is because Dr. Pandy wanted to make sure that Team Rainbow acquired Callie and NIGHTHAVEN was to secretly ensure no opposing organizations recruited them and to keep a close eye on them too. So like all operators that do join Team Rainbow, Callie will need a psychological evaluation completed just like everyone else. This psychological profile completed by Dr. Harry Pandy was expertly written, so I'm just going to read it for you guys because I love this one so much. It starts like this. Cultural similarity isn't always a benefit when understanding psychoanalysis. Despite our shared heritage, Specialist Gemini Calamoan Callie Shaw's experiences are as alien to me as if she had come from the dark side of the moon. Contrary to what the romantics of this world would have you believe, money does create a boundary that can't be crossed by any other means. As a child, Shaw received everything she wanted, without effort or attention. She is both ambitious and arrogant, but not without merit. She excels as a leader, primarily by driving those under her command beyond their psychological and physical breaking points to quote-unquote forge them anew. The fact that those who complete her training are then inducted into an inner circle, a society of protectors, as she's apt to call it, does little to separate her from notorious criminal overlords. And yet, if I am consistent in believing that everyone has something to teach, I can't discount her methods. Does Shaw have any sense of nationalistic pride? It's difficult to say. To the ultra-rich, borders are merely suggestions. Yet her assumption of the name Callie and her ruthlessness towards those who cross her both imply a connection with the country of her ancestors. I suspect this lack of clarity with regards to her motivations is what has already put her at odds with Specialist Eliza Ash Cohen. But that was to be expected. Cohen is someone who lives by a very strict set of rules, and Shaw's very existence calls many of Cohen's beliefs into question. As for her strength, there are many. She didn't get to where she is by cruising on her family's success. Her training regimen is relentless, augmented by the best trainers and the best equipment money can buy. She is brave, some would say foolhardy, and she is cunning. Put simply, she's someone I would be loath to face off against, so it seemed prudent to invite her to join Team Rainbow. Friends and enemies being what they are, we may have need for her particular strategies far sooner than we would like to admit. Signed, Dr. Harishva Harry Pandy, Director of Team Rainbow. I want to quickly talk about the device evaluation on Callie's low velocity or LV explosive lance completed by Mike Baker, or better known to us as Thatcher. All Callie would let Thatcher do was test out the device. And Thatcher goes on to say, finally, another honest piece of hardware makes it into my hands. Figures we'd have to go all the way to the other side of the world to find it. Gemini had to disable the biometrics before I could use the damn thing, but this LV, whatever you want, is a beauty. The internal workings involve both percussive force and forward assist, which keep the shaft into place once it's embedded. The fuse leads to micro explosives at the base and head of the round, HTMA at a guess. And then Harry wrote that he checked with Callie and there's nothing dangerous in her proprietary compound. Mira wants to take Callie's lance apart and check it out internally, but Harry informs Mira that Callie got her lawyers involved and will not allow Mira or Team Rainbow to do any internal investigations like that. It's kind of sketchy. Now, Callie has been recruiting specialists into Nighthaven for quite some time now. She recruited Ace into the organization when not too long ago, Nighthaven and the CTU Ace was from, the Force Avert Special Commando, performed a joint operation. Now, we don't get much information on what the operation was all about, but we do find out that Callie was in serious trouble. So much so that her life was literally in danger when out of nowhere, this handsome, probably equally arrogant man came to the rescue and saved her. A man with a massive social media following named Havard Hugland, or better known to us as Ace. Now, Callie saw the absolute potential that in addition to Nighthaven would have if they recruited Ace into her ranks. Not only is he extremely skilled, especially with search and rescue operations, but again, with that social media following, all it would take is a few shoutouts and Nighthaven will be in the public eye. So she recruited him into Nighthaven, and since they have a contract with Team Rainbow, she recommended him to be added to Rainbow, and well, they did just that. That was a smart move Callie made to gain more popularity with the private military organization she created through Ace. Although it seems like Callie can do whatever she wants with Team Rainbow, like she can't recruit anybody, so that is kind of weird as well. We'll see more about this later. Another operative she wants to recruit into Nighthaven was Specialist Rooney, which was very recently actually. She reached out to Rooney after she heard the stories about her and how she can help. Callie offered her a position on the team and let her know that she will have access to literal state-of-the-art prosthetic limbs since Rooney lost her left arm and leg so long ago. Oh yeah, I forgot to say something earlier, guys. Real quick, Callie pays her operators, her members of Nighthaven, extremely well for being on the team. And since Rooney has been donating like all of her money she's like ever made for years now, the thought of making exponentially more money under Nighthaven so that she can in turn donate even more was an offer she couldn't refuse, along with the upgrades to her prosthetic limbs. So that's how Rooney became part of Nighthaven. And then again, since the agreement with Team Rainbow is active, welcome to Rainbow Six Siege, Rooney. Now we're getting to the part of Callie's lore where things really start to get heated between her and other operators on Team Rainbow. Well, actually the whole organization as a whole, to be honest. So news got around that Harry was going to host another tournament of champions for the 6th invitational that the entire world would watch. Harry thought that it would be a great idea to put Callie on Team Ash in the bracket style tournament the operators will fight each other in. He wanted to put them together to try and improve the teamwork between the two strong-headed leaders, Callie and Ash. That would be a huge mistake. When Ash got news that Callie was on her team, she immediately was pissed off about it and Vigil offered a trade for Buck for Callie, but Harry said there will be no trades. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the games have begun. The 2026 Invitational is heating up and the tournament has started. Match 1 was Team Mira versus Team Ash. Again, we need to remember that Callie is on Ash's team along with Dokubi, Finka, and Thermite. The rivalry between Callie and Ash has been ablaze for a long time now, but it will be taken to a whole nother level here shortly. Let me show you what I mean as we take a look into round 1, Team Mira versus Team Ash.
Ready to boost.
Hold up. Mira's shield is active. See if you can flank her.
No time left. Send Finka in to distract them.
That's not happening, Callie.
Copy, Ash. Going in. Hey, we lost! What a surprise!
Defenders win.
Alright, so obviously Team Ash took the L there, and the blame could be placed on Ash and Callie fighting over what the correct way to push the site was. Callie wanted Finka to rush in to bait the defenders, distracting them into shooting Finka as she rushed so Team Ash can get on the site and win. Ash didn't let that happen, and well, we see Callie sarcastically tell everyone that they lost. Now remember, there is a loser's bracket too, that the winner of the loser's bracket will face off against the winner of the winner's bracket for the final prize. But after that first loss against Team Mira, Callie went on to train in the stadium along with her other Nighthaven operatives and decided to take Specialist Fuse along with her for the training exercise. Now, what we see from this comic Ubisoft release is that Callie asked Fuse on why he hesitated on shooting down a target. Fuse responded by saying that Rooney was in his line of fire and didn't want to risk hitting her. Callie told him that Nighthaven's policy during matches is to play hard and take risks. No lives are on the line in the arena, so do what you have to do. Off in the distance, we see a Nighthaven helicopter land, and Callie's good friend Womai asks if the new shipment is arriving. Fuse asks Callie to check it out with them, and Callie says, sure, I'll give you a sneak peek at the future of Nighthaven. Fuse asks that isn't it a problem that every member of Nighthaven is on a different team for the Invitational, and Callie responds that it's a smart move because no matter who wins this tournament, Nighthaven will have a winning operator on that team, which in turn makes Nighthaven a more exclusive organization in the public's eye. It's just business. Callie opens up the crate and shows off her newest piece of equipment, the Masterframe Prototype 1 suit. It's a state-of-the-art suit meant to physically enhance the wearer's strength and rated to absorb or deflect most high-caliber rounds. Also, it is 100% sealed, so even biological and chemical weapons can't hurt her. Fuse asks if it's Rainbow compliant, and well, Callie kinda brushes it off. Fuse interrogates Callie, saying, aren't you supposed to wear your uniform for the Invitational? And Callie tells Fuse that the Masterframe Prototype 1 is her new uniform, and the suit is just the tip of the iceberg Nighthaven has to offer, that no expense will be spared to get the best equipment money can buy. And she finishes off by saying, I'm always looking for competent specialists. If you're considering a career shift, you know where to find me. So don't be surprised, guys, if in the near future Fuse makes the shift from Team Rainbow into Nighthaven, especially with everything Callie and the organization has to offer. Shortly after that whole thing with Fuse and Callie, round 3 was up in the tournament with Team Ash versus Team Vigil. Now, whoever loses this match would be eliminated, and well, Team Vigil lost. Vigil managed to almost clutch a 1v5 against Team Ash, but got taken out by Thermite's exothermic charge when it went down to a 1v1. Sorry, Vigil, gotta watch out for those exothermic charges, I guess. But next up was match 5 with Team Ash taking on Team Capitao. The winner of this match will go on to face the winners in the finals in the winners bracket. Tachanka on Team Capitao was absolutely wrecking havoc on Team Ash, nearly missing Doki and everyone else with his launchers. Here again, we see some miscommunication almost lead to another loss between Callie and Ash and the team as well. And here we go.
We gotta take Tachanka out.
I've got a glimmer over there. Just wait for it.
Why didn't you say so before?
You didn't ask.
Not be afraid. Uniting is not far.
I can't hear anything.
That better, Doctor?
Yeah. Thanks.
Attackers win.
Good work, Callie. Keep the rest of us in the loop next time.
Sure thing, boss.
Okay, so Callie did clutch the game as Tachanka was getting closer, but damn, she is really not having it with Ash telling her what to do. Callie literally is never told what to do, so it's probably really pissing her off. I can only imagine. Now here we are right before the grand finals with the rematch between Team Mira and Team Ash. This is for the grand prize. Winner takes all. Team Mira has a quick strategy talk before entering the map, and they really talk about the struggling dynamic between Callie and Ash.
Don't get cocky. We beat them once, but they haven't lost since. Thoughts?
Something is eating at Callie. She does not like taking orders.
Pulse, any thoughts on Ash?
Ash does things by the book. Callie's loose cannon act is gonna piss her off if it hasn't already.
Command and control is not their strong point right now.
No, Callie will go rogue if she feels Ash is making mistakes. She does not want to lose.
Let's keep an eye open for opportunities. If they look like they're coming apart at the seams, they probably are.
You got it.
Affirmative.
Defenders to the man.
All right, guys, with the stage set and the whole world watching, Team Rainbow versus Team Mira for the grand finals is about to start. Let's watch.
Operators, get ready for the final round. Match in overtime.
Team Mira ties the game. Are you a betting man, Harry?
Do you assume I favor one side over the other? You know me better than that, Sam. Besides, I left my wallet at home.
Attackers, prepare for insertion. Team Mira to the map. Team the map.
Doka, now.
Roger. Let's go fishing.
Good to go, Jordan.
Copy that.
Three attackers remaining.
Callie, I need cover! We're pinned down, Callie! Get us out!
Kelly! What the heck are you doing? Giving them a clear target.
Come out and play.
Only two attackers remain. Two defenders remain on the map.
Something tells me that didn't come out of the playbook.
Not in our playbook, anyway. Something tells me this fight ain't over.
Okay, real quick, guys, you can see the utter anger on Ash's face. The constant disrespect from Callie is finally breaking her will. Callie uses teammates as bait once again, set a fire under Ash for maybe the last time.
That won't stop me from trying.
I don't know how you do things in the private sector, but we do not use people as bait here.
Again, guys, Callie doesn't take any attitude or orders from anyone. She never has. Every little thing that's been eating at her has led to this moment.
This is a game, princess. And I just want it for you.
Keep her back! Steady down. Are you off the knock? Back off!
Just as Ash suspected so long ago, back when Callie and NIGHTHAVEN first initially joined, it was a bad idea to partner with them. Now we have a divide and shift in power for Team Rainbow. What was Callie's goal with all of this? Is her mission to dismantle Rainbow so that NIGHTHAVEN will be the international world leader anti-terror organization instead of Rainbow? I just don't know. But I do have an important question to ask you guys. Team Ash or Team Callie? What side are you on?